Hi, welcome to this week's version of Residential Matter, where we're going to talk about the top must-haves in the kitchen.
So, if you have a friend that has an Instant Pot, chances are you're going to know about it, much like if you have a friend that does CrossFit or sells real estate. So, I didn't get them at first. I was wondering what's the difference between that and, let's say, a slow cooker. But we got one and I am a fan. They have a bunch of different options like saute. You can make pretty much anything in it, yogurt, oatmeal. You just kind of set it in there. It's a little bit different than a crock pot because you have to be a little bit more hands-on, but it's a one-step process and it's super easy. I've made everything from Indian food to stews and soups to, the best fall apart buffalo chicken you can imagine.
It was delicious. And it also comes with a cookbook, and you can go online and find lots of different recipes to whip up at your convenience. So the second item is the air fryer. And we recently purchased this and didn't think that it was something that we really needed to have. But it's amazing what you can cook in that and reduce the level of oil that you're using.
So we've made tater tots without a drop of oil, without spraying. We've done French fries, fried fish. I made chicken fingers. I made bourbon chicken. So the marinade with that.
Absolutely delicious.
Bourbon, applesauce, soy sauce, sriracha, fresh ginger, garlic, a little pepper, and you let it marinate overnight, and then we put it in there. The chicken thighs is the secret because it stays juicy, but it still gets crispy. It's probably one of my new favorite recipes to make. Over like rice, it's really delicious. Another thing that I can't live without is my food processor. Since the pandemic hit, we've been doing a lot of cooking at home and doing a lot more experimenting in the kitchen. So one thing that we love to make regularly is hummus. It's so super simple to make, and it's also nutritious. You can eat it with veggies. We like veggie straws. They have these screaming hot ones that are delicious.
And mixed with the hummus, it just provides a great combination.
And so a little trick I do with the hummus is I use 2 cans of cannellini or white beans and 1 can of chickpeas. It gives it a really smooth flavor, but also it lowers the fat content and the cholesterol a little bit. It's a little bit healthier. Another thing I love about a food processor is it comes with this attachment, and so you can use it to grate veggies, to slice things like cheese. It's a really great tool.
So what's another item, Taylor?
So I was trying to keep it at 5, but I couldn't narrow it down to 5, so we have 6. The next one is called an emulsion blender or an immersion blender, and it's this thing right here. So this is really great because you can use it to blend sauces right in the pan that you're cooking it in. So this comes in really handy for like tomato soup. If you're doing a nice and you want like a silky sauce, it comes in really handy.
So can you do like mashed potatoes or whipped potatoes with this utensil?
I bet you can. I've never tried it because I think
it seems like it would take a long time.
For mashed potatoes, I use like a hand mixer, and that turns out really nice and smooth. But you can use this thing to make like pestos and just really any kind of sauce, hot sauce. If you're gonna do like a cold sauce or like a pesto or something, or hummus,
right.
The food processor is better. And then the last thing that I cannot live without is a microplane, also known as a rasp. So it's just like a little grater that's kind of barreled shaped, and you can use it for zesting citrus, for garlic, for cheese. It just comes in really handy, and it's super easy to just throw in the dishwasher when you're finished.
So the final item, we said we had 6 instead of 5, is a set of really sharp knives. And I know for you, we like to make sushi at home, and having a sharp knife set really helps when you're cutting, the vegetables and the sushi, fish and all of that.
Well, and a lot of people are afraid of having super sharp knives because they think that, ooh, if I have a sharp knife, I'm going to cut myself. But it's actually the opposite. You cut yourself with really dull knives because you have to use a lot of force. With a sharp knife, you don't have to worry about that. You can sharpen them at home with a steel, which is like the long, skinny thing that comes with a knife set, or a stone sharpener. But if you don't know what you're doing, you can actually ruin your knives. So Joann's Fabrics, I know there's one on Forest in Preston. On Tuesdays, they have a knife sharpener come, and he'll do like scissors for like crafty people that like to quilt and stuff, but he also does knives. So I would take advantage of that if you have some knives at home that need sharpening. There are also mobile knife sharpeners, but whatever floats your boat.
So that concludes this week's episode of Residential Matter. Thanks for joining us.
And if you have a kitchen gadget that you just can't live without, we want to hear about it. Email us at info@pmtsellsdfw.com and check out our blog website, pmtsellsdfw.com, for more topics like this and more information on this topic. See you next time.
Thanks.